One more round here. And I'll meet you in a nice neutral spine. On your next inhale, you're gonna let that right leg come back and up. As you exhale, step through the hands. So bring this foot right underneath your knee. And so this is the perfect time if you have a blanket or a super mat. If you have this knee pad, if you want to place it under your back knee, feel free to do so. We're going to go ahead and bring that knee slightly over the toes. Take a little rock side to side to open up those hip flexors. And then we'll bring that knee back over the ankle. On the next inhale, arms are going to come out and up to the sky. We'll bring those palms together. As you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Take a little twist. Opposite elbow goes over this knee. Good. And we'll gently press these hands towards each other. Gaze can go with the fingertips. If that neck is feeling good and healthy, we can gaze towards this top elbow. Take one more breath. Inhale, bring your hands back up to your heart. And as you exhale, we'll bring this front foot. On your next in-breath, straighten the front leg, peel the toes back to the nose. And then we'll exhale and melt that head a little closer to this knee. Take a couple of breaths here. See if this right hip has shifted forward a little bit. If it has, shift it back an inch or two. Maybe you sit all the way on that back heel if that is okay for this left knee and left ankle. Take one more breath here. We'll inhale and grow back into the slow lunge. So bring this foot. Take your right hand on the inside of the foot, and we're going to circle this leg out to the side and plant that heel down, plant that whole foot down. On your next inhale, just try to lengthen the spine right where you are. And then as you exhale, we're going to come down onto our elbows. So we're getting a good gentle stretch right here, right in the inner thigh. If you need to use a block, feel free to take those elbows down onto your block as well. You need a little height. Beautiful. Take one more breath here. And then as you exhale, we'll press back up onto your hands. Go ahead and circle this leg behind you and press through the ball of the foot, tucking those toes under, getting a good calf stretch. Stretching the back of the ankle. On the next in-breath, we're going to ground this heel. Lift the right arm up to the sky. So we find ourselves in gate pose here. And if you'd like, you can turn your palm towards the right ear and bring that right bicep towards the ear. So we get a deeper stretch. Again, from hip to shoulder. Take one more breath here. Inhale and bring this arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, we'll come back down onto all fours and sit back on our heels, back in our first child's pose. Hands are reaching for the top of the mat. That forehead is reaching down. Feel free to place a block in between your ankles if you wish. Or a blanket between the knees and ankles. Take one more breath here. Just letting that space between the eyes rest on the mat. Stretching the hips, elongating that spine. On your next inhale, slide your hands underneath those shoulders, press up onto all fours. And exhale, we'll tuck everything under, tuck the chin into the chest, tuck the tailbone under the chest. We'll inhale and grow back into a neutral spine and lift that left leg back and up. As you exhale, go ahead and step through those hands. And then we'll bring the knee over your toes and take a little rock side to side. Making sure you have weight in your hands, you're not hanging out in this back hip flexor. We'll inhale, bring that knee back over the ankle. Arms are gonna come all the way out and up to the side. Bring your palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Take a little twist here. Opposite elbow goes over the knee. Gently press those hands towards each other if you want to increase that twin. Again, gaze at the fingertips or up at the top shoulder. And we'll inhale and bring the hands up to the heart. Arms come all the way out and up. And as you exhale, we'll straighten the front foot. On the next in breath, straighten the front leg, feel the toes back towards your hips. And we'll exhale and let that head melt down to that knee. Take a couple of breaths here. Just really starting to open up the backs of the legs with a stretch. On the next in breath, we'll grow back into this lunge. So in this front leg again. Place your left hand inside of the foot and exhale to circle it out to the side. And we'll go ahead and come down onto those elbows or bring your elbows down onto your block. Don't forget to come to that nice, long, deep breath. Always maintaining that lengthened breath throughout this practice. We'll inhale, come back onto your hands. And as you exhale, circle that foot again. Round and curl those toes under and get a good calf stretch. Just one more breath here. And then as you exhale, we'll bring those knees back together and sit back on the heels. This time those hands can reach for the top of the mat, or they can go palms up, down by your hips. Again, we're allowing that forehead to come either to the block or to the mat or just rest. Nice long deep breaths here. One more inhale, next. On your next inhale, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, press up onto all fours. As you exhale, tuck your toes under and lift your sit bones up to the sky. We'll find our first upside down knee and begin to just walk our dog, pedaling those heels right and left, a little closer to the mat. Maybe shaking that head, yes and no. You may even find yourself coming up on the balls of the feet, bending the knees and sinking the chest a little closer to the thighs. Just to lengthen the back of the legs a little bit. Take one more breath here. On your next inhale, turn the nose to the top of the mat towards your fingers. As you exhale, walk your feet to your hands and come into your forward fold. Inhale, slide those hands up the shins. Nice long spine and half lift. As you exhale, come back to fold. We'll do that again. Inhale, slide those hands up the shins, half lift. Exhale, back down to fold. Know that your hands can come to the mat or to the blocks if the backs of the legs are tight. One more time here. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift, hands slide up the shins. Exhale to fold. We're going to inhale, bend the knees, sweep your arms all the way out and up to the sky. Maybe the gaze goes up at the hands. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. On your next inhale, bring those arms all the way out and up. As you exhale, we're going to do a breath of joy. So bend those knees, switch those hands behind you. Inhale back up to the side. Maybe the gaze goes up again. Exhale, bring those arms out and down, back to fold. On your next inhale, lengthen the spine, look past the nose. And exhale, back to fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep your arms all the way out and up. And exhale, hands to heart. And we'll do that again. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep those hands, turn them back. Inhale all the way up to the sky. Maybe you even take a little arch back. Exhale, arms come out and down and fold. On your next in breath, lengthen the spine. And exhale back to fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep your arms all the way out. And exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. One more time here. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep your hands down and up. Inhale all the way up to the sky. And exhale out and down the fold. On the next in breath, we're gonna lengthen the spine from here. As you exhale, plant your hands and step your left foot to the back of the mat and melt that knee all the way down. Good. We're gonna plant your left hand. Inhale, take a twist to the leg. So same arm as leg comes up. Dragonfly twist right here. Maybe if this top shoulder feels open, you can wrap this hand behind the lower part of the waist. Only if that shoulder is feeling good, feeling open, healthy. We'll inhale and bring that arm back up to the sky. We've tucked it behind us. And exhale to circle it around and frame the front foot. On your next inhale, curl the back toe, lift this knee. As you exhale, press the right foot into the back, bring that left foot up just a few inches and let it meet the right fold. Inhale to slide the hands at the shins, half lift. And exhale back down. On the next in breath, bend the knees, sweep your arms all the way out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do that again. Inhale out and up. Exhale, bend the knee gently. Sweep the arms back. Inhale all the way up to the side. And exhale out and down. On the next in breath, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back, and melt that knee down. Good. We'll plant the right hand from here. On the next inhale, take a twist to the leg. Good. Maybe that hand wraps behind the waist. If you wrap that hand behind you, inhale, bring it back up to the sky. And exhale, bring that front foot. Good. On your next inhale, press your left leg in the mat. Take that right foot up just a couple of inches. Exhale, bring the feet together to fold. Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen the spine, half lift. And exhale, back down. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep your arms all the way out and up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Let's press those thumbs into the heart center. Close the eyes, just take a couple of breaths. And slowly we'll open the eyes, bring the hands down by the hips. On the next in breath, the arms are going to come out and up. We'll bring those palms together. And then exhale, we'll lengthen those knees, sit back to your chair pose. So that chest should be lifted. You should be able to lift those toes. Good. Inhale, bring those arms out and up. And we're going to lift that left knee up. Left knee. As you exhale, take a step about halfway back on your mat and angle that back toe in. Right toes face forward, hips face forward. We'll inhale, bend this front knee, sweep your arms forward and up. Nice relaxed shoulders. So hands can be here or hands can be open. So we open up that heart and the goalposts. On your exhale, we're going to let those arms float down to a T. So turn your left toes out just a little bit more. The hips face alongside of the mat. Gaze goes over the right fingers. We'll inhale, straighten your front leg. Let this left hand either wrap behind the waist or just slide down the back of the thigh. Right bicep comes towards the ear. And we arch towards the back of the room. So we get a good side body stretch. Beautiful. Exhale, cartwheel those hands all the way down to frame your right foot. Spin the back heel up. Inhale, press this right foot in the mat. Lift the left leg up a little bit. Exhale, back to hold. On the next in breath, lengthen the spine, past the nose. And exhale, down and hold. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms all the way out and up to the sky. And exhale, hands back to heart. Right. Inhale as the arms float out and up again, bringing those hands together. And as you exhale, we'll bring those knees and sit back into our chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, bring those arms out and up. Lift your right knee up just slightly. And then exhale, take a big step back. Angle those back toes in, so this is your anchor. On the next in breath, bend this front knee, sweep your arms forward and up. We find ourselves in our warrior one. Relax your shoulders wherever you are. Next, exhale, turn those right toes out and let the arms float down to the teeth. Knees over the left fingers. We'll inhale, straighten your front leg, slide the right hand down the thigh or wrap it behind the waist. And then exhale to cartwheel those hands down. Straighten your front foot, spin the back heel up. On the next in breath, lift that right leg up just a couple of inches. And exhale, bring those feet together to fold. We'll inhale and lengthen the spine again. And exhale, back to fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep your arms all the way out and up to the sky. And exhale, hands towards. Take a breath here. On that next in breath, arms are going to come all the way out and up again. We're going to lift that left knee once more. And exhale, take a big step towards the back of the mat. Good. Inhale, bend this front knee, sweep your arms forward and up. And then as you exhale, let's take this right arm, wrap it behind the waist, and just take a little side body bend towards this front knee. On the next in breath, bring that arm back up to the side. And exhale, take a little bow forward, sweep those arms behind you. Inhale, bring those arms back up to the sky again. Relax those shoulders. As you exhale, open up those back toes, open up those arms to T-gaze over the right fingers. Good. Well, inhale and keep this front leg bent this time. Slide the left hand down the back of the thigh, right bicep towards that ear. Good. Yes. Reverse warrior. As you exhale, bring your right elbow to your thigh. Left arm's just going to come straight up to the sky. Or you have the opportunity to turn that palm again towards your ear. Bring that bicep a little closer to you. Well, inhale and bring those legs up to a T, arms up to a T. Straighten this front leg. And then as you exhale, reach over the hand to the front toes, bringing this right hand to the shin. Maybe this is the perfect time to grab your block. Bring that right hand to the block, or right hand come all the way to the mat. Let's go ahead and bring our left hand to our hip and see what it feels like to take this upper body and bring it back towards the front leg. And from here, we can maybe begin to extend this top hand up to the sky. Gaze can go all the way down at your toes. It can go straight ahead, or it can go up towards this top hand. So that's up to you. Yes, good. Making sure those palms are facing this nice long lotus wall so the shoulder feels good. You got it. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, we're going to go ahead and frame your front foot. On the next inhale, railroad these back toes forward. So just take that heel so that both toes are facing the front of the mat. We're just come up onto our fingertips. And as you exhale, we'll take a little bow over this front leg. So this is again a great time to grab your blocks and place one block on either side of this front foot. Maybe this front leg is bent and that is totally okay, but we love our props. We love to use our props here. So use them. That's what this beautiful closet is for. Right? Take a couple of breaths. Nice. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, if you've got those blocks, we're going to remove them and bend this front knee just a little bit. On the inhale, we'll walk right hand over left all the way to the center of the legs and bring both toes to the long side of the mat, facing the wall. And then as you exhale, we'll just take a bow forward, coming into our wide angle fold. So maybe those elbows come down to your block. Maybe you leave your hands right where you are, or maybe the fingers point behind you towards that window. And so nice couple of options here. I'll give you one more. If you want to open up those shoulders again, because we can all open up our shoulders a little bit more after the day, clasp both hands on the lower part of the back and press them up to the sky. Take one more breath here. And we'll inhale to come out of this. So if you've got those hands clasped, we'll release them. Come up onto our fingers. Take a nice long spine. And then as you exhale, walk left hand over right and frame this right foot again. Let's bend this back knee and melt it all the way down to the mat. Good. And we'll inhale to heel toe this right foot to the outside of the mat. So bring your right hand right on the inside of the foot. We'll heel toe this front foot all the way to the outside of the mat. And then as you exhale, we'll do a gentle hip opener. So I'm just going to roll to the outside of my foot here. And if you need a little more intensity with this, you can certainly grab your block and bring your elbows down to the blocks and roll to the outside of the mat. There's your other option to take this just a little bit. We'll inhale and flatten that foot back down. Come onto our hands if you're using that block again. And then as you exhale, we'll go ahead and circle this leg all the way around and underneath that. And sit back in our child's pose. Maybe seeing what it feels like to bring our knees mat width apart. And then sit back on those heels again. Let that forehead come down to the mat and really rest. Maybe nodding that head gently, no. Just to massage that space between the eyes, touch the forehead. Take one more breath here. We're going to inhale and bring those hands underneath the shoulders, press up onto all fours. And then as you exhale, tuck your toes under, come back into that upside down V again, that downward facing dog. Take a big breath here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. On the next inhale, turn the nose up. As you exhale, walk your feet to your hands and come into your forward fold. We're going to inhale and lengthen the spine, slide the hands to the shins. Exhale back to fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep those arms all the way out and up to the sky. And then you let gaze goes up to you. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. Okay, let's do all this on the other leg. And then get down on the mat, just nice long stretches. Inhale as the arms come out and up. Raise your right leg up just for a moment. Exhale, take a big step towards the back of the mat. Angle that foot in. Good. On the next inhale, bend this front knee, sweep those arms forward and up again. And as you exhale, we're gonna bring the left hand behind the waist and just take a little lean towards this front leg. You might feel this from the hip flexor all the way up to the shoulder. Inhale, bring that arm back up to the sky. And exhale, we'll bring our chest towards our thigh and shoot our arms behind us. Good. Inhale, back up to the sky. And as you exhale, turn the right toes out, let those arms float down to a T. Gaze goes over that left shoulder, nice thin in this front knee. This front knee should be right there in the center of that butt. Good. Inhale, slide the right hand down the back of the thigh, reach that left bicep towards your ear. And then exhale to bring this elbow to your knee. That right arm is going to come up to the sky. Maybe the palm turns toward the mat and that bicep hugs the ear. Good. Take another breath. We're going to send energy up through this right hand and bring those arms back to a T and straighten this front leg. And as you exhale, bring the left fingers over those toes, and left hand is going to come to the shin or to the block or to your ankle or mat. Right hand will come up to that hip. Then we'll take that upper body once again, press it up towards this front leg. Lift the right arm up to the sky. Finding our triangle pose, Trikonasana, getting this good stretch right here in the inner thigh of that front leg. And through the hip to the shoulder of the upper part of the body. Take one more breath here. Palm of the hand should be facing the windows. Good, yes. And then as you exhale, we'll frame this front foot. Spin the back heel up and spin this knee. Good. We're going to inhale and walk hand over hand right through the center of the legs. Turn the toes to the long side of the mat. Come up on those fingertips. And exhale to bow forward. Couple of options with those hands again. You can bring those elbows to your block. Those fingers can face behind you. Maybe just try and see what it feels like. If you'd like, you can grab the big toes with your peace fingers. Yes. Open up those shoulders. Passing it down to the lower back. To the side. That doesn't feel good. You can just grab with the elbows behind the lower back as well. Good. We're going to inhale, come up on the fingertips. Take that nice long spine again. And then from here, bring those arms all the way out and up to the sky this time. As you exhale, turn those toes out. And we're going to bend your knees and bring your elbows to a 90-degree angle. So coming into goddess pose. Yeah, you got it. Inhale, come all the way back up. Straighten those legs. Arms come up to the sky and star. Exhale, let's do that again. Bend those knees. Take that little plie down in goddess. One more time here. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, bend those knees. You got it. Inhale, bring those arms out and up again. As you exhale, turn your left toes forward. Spin your right heel up and frame this left foot. Drop that back knee down. Good. Bring your left hand on the inside of this foot. Heel toe this foot. Just to the outside of the mat. And then as you exhale, we're going to turn on the outside of the foot. Turn that knee out. Open up this hip. If you need to make this a little more intense, again, have that block come down onto your elbows. It's a modified lizard pose. I've never seen a lizard in this shape. If you see one, let me know. We're going to inhale and come up onto your hands, flatten this foot, heel toe it right back under our hand. And then as you exhale, bring the left hand right inside the foot again and circle it behind you. And we'll come back into our child's pose one more time, reaching those hands forward behind us. One more breath here. And then we'll slide those hands underneath the shoulders and press back into the tabletop. And go ahead and have a seat. Okay. So just starting with our feet together, our knees out. If you want a little bit of height, you can always grab your blanket or your suka mat is right here, right underneath your sit bones, so that your pelvis is naturally tilting forward. Bringing those feet together, those knees out. If we're feeling tight in the hips, this is a great time to grab a block and place it underneath the knee for a little bit of support. We're going to inhale and sit up really nice and tall here. And then as you exhale, roll the shoulders down the back and slowly walk those hands forward. That gaze is going to go about 12 inches in front of the toes. Keep this spine nice and long here. Take a couple of breaths. Nice, deep, full breaths. Coming back to that breath if you've lost it during our movement and our standing poses. We'll inhale and lengthen the spine from here. And then as you exhale, maybe walk the hands forward a little bit more. Allow the head, the shoulders, and the neck just curl forward. Really relaxing. We're going to be here for chest event. So Meraki literally means the essence of ourselves. And the actual translation is a concept that cannot be translated into just one word. But it is something done with one's soul, with one's creativity, full effort, and a lot. It is leaving yourself, just a little piece of yourself in your work. Take a few more breaths here. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders back to the top. Bring your hands to the outside of your knees and bring your knees together. Good. And then we'll extend those legs all the way out and just shimmy those legs out. Good. And just lengthening back the legs here. Place your hands just for a moment right beside your hips. Flex those toes back. And then we'll unflex the toes and really relax the muscles here in the top of the legs. We'll inhale, bring those arms out and up. As you exhale, you keep that chest to come forward. And again, when you hit that sticking point, you let the head, the shoulders and the neck relax, and just let those arms fall wherever they're gonna fall. Meraki is often used to describe the way someone's personal space, their home, is decorated with love, or preparing a meal, putting your whole soul into that party meal. Coming around with these little baby circles, and you'll notice on one side they say assist, and on the other they say it's okay to say that I may see, I help you. Feel these poses just a little bit. You let me know. Take a few more breaths. Relax your shoulders wherever you want. Just come back to that nice long breath. Take 2 more breaths before we back out in. And then slowly we'll roll on one vertebrae at a time. Roll those shoulders back at the top. And then we're gonna just bring these legs in and windshield wiper them. So let them come from side to side. Nice. We'll get into our shoulders. So coming into your puppy pose, we'll find our way into a tabletop again. Make sure that you keep your hips really high. You're gonna stay right above the knees. And then as you exhale, we're gonna slowly walk those hands forward and melt the forehead and the heart towards the mat. Make sure you relax your shoulders when you get here so you're not holding any tension. This is a great time to grab your block if it's tight, you're really tight in the upper body. Place your forehead on that block. Take a couple of breaths here, nice, long, full breaths. Never losing sight of that breath. A Meraki approach can support the most difficult moments by putting everything into focus. It helps to improve good habits and change, and is an excellent exercise that can turn negative visions of life into positive visions. And the magic of that word doesn't end there, because the key at the end of this word translates into several different cultures and languages, from Hindu to Hebrew to Chinese, Japanese, into vital energy, he or she. Take one more inhale here and come out of this safely. So make sure that you slide your hands underneath your shoulders first, And we're gonna inhale and press back into our tabletop. Next, as you exhale, we'll have the seat and figure out how to get into these hips in a way that works for you. So, a couple of different options here. You can bring your right leg forward, your left leg comes back and it's bent. This is called our sleeping pigeon or deer pose. And we'll just bring our hands in front of us and slowly walk forward, bringing our chest over this front leg. You can come into full pigeon, rolling over this knee if that's in your practice, or if your hips are tight. We can come onto our backs in this figure four, right foot crossed over the left knee and reaching through, grabbing the bottom of the left thigh. Same stretch, just different shapes, different ways to take it. Once you get wherever you are, make sure you relax those shoulders again. And we'll just breathe, breathe. Qi is the life force that flows in every living organism. It's the willpower. It is the passion that is put into tasks, that is put into work, that is put into your desires. Take one more breath here. And then as you exhale, come out of this ever so slowly. So if you're in deer or pigeon, press away from the mat. If you're on your back, stay there. Uncross that top foot, hug those knees into the chest. Take a little rock side to side. And slowly, if you were in pigeon, we'll make our way into a tabletop. Do a couple of circles with the knee or a couple of circles with the hips just to loosen everything up. And then we'll do this on the other side. Do whatever we need to do before we come into this shape on the other side. Feel free to tuck those toes under and come into a little down dog too. And then bring that knee forward, that leg forward. So choose your shape. And it can be different from side to side, depending on how that hip, how that body is feeling. Maybe even depending on past trauma, past injuries. Qi is that life force, that vital energy. And just as the cell knows exactly what it needs to do and what it is, and it works tirelessly to do what it needs to do for the body, we as humans should work tirelessly to keep discovering, growing, learning, stretching. A few more breaths here. And we'll come out of this ever so slowly. So inhaling to walk the hands up to this top thigh, or to just bring those knees back into the chest if you're on your back, staying there, and give them a little hug again. And then we'll all make our way onto our backs ever so slowly if you're not already there. Bringing those feet in front of you with those knees up. So just take some time to make your adjustments, bring some blood flow back in that hip. If you're in any kind of position. And then we'll inhale and sit here with feet on the mat, the knees up. As you exhale, use that core to roll down onto your back ever so slowly. When you get there, we'll bring those arms above the head, point those toes in a big long morning stretch. And as you exhale, we'll hug those knees into the chest, take a little rock side to side. And then bring the feet on the mat with the knees up. Hands down by the hips. We'll walk those fingertips towards the heels. And on the next in breath, press those feet into the mat, lift the hips up to the sky. Leaving those hands right where they are, or perhaps you want to open up the shoulders one last time and clasp them behind the lower back. Nice broad collarbones here. Take one more inhale here, maybe coming up onto the balls. And as you exhale, we'll roll down from the top of the spine to the bottom. And hug those knees again. We'll bring the feet in the hands with the knees out, coming into our happy baby. Letting those knees fall out to the side, taking a little rock here. And then find some stillness. And we'll bring those knees together. Take the right hand on the outside of the left knee, left arm out to the side, and let those knees fall to the right. Perhaps this time you can cross the top knee over the bottom, just get a greater hip stretch, or extend this top leg all the way out. Gaze can go over the right shoulder. Or gaze can go straight ahead, right up at the sky. Take a big inhale and bring those knees together and all the way up to the center of the chest. As you exhale, let them fall over to the other side. Extending that right arm out, maybe crossing the top knee over the bottom, or extending that leg straight out from the head. One more inhale here, and as you exhale, hug those knees into the chest one last time. Taking a little baby rock. Back and forth. And then we'll come into our final resting pose, otherwise known as Snapasana. So just bringing those feet on the mat and letting those knees fall out to the side, or extending the legs all the way out. Or let those feet flop to the side to the room and turn the palms of the hands up to the sky. Relax the shoulders, down, back. And we'll start with a big fall out breath here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then close the lips and the eyes. And take soft, slow, gentle breaths. If there's anything that you would like that you don't have, like an eye pillow or blanket, place one hand on your belly and I'll come and give that to you. As you exhale, bringing that external focus into the internal, just back on your breath. Allowing the inhale to bring beautiful energy into the body, and the exhale to send peace to the body. Just allow the body to take rest. Coming out of this ever so slowly, allow fingers and toes to wiggle just a bit. And when you're ready, you can press over onto one side and just take a moment there. And slowly we'll press back up to a seated position. Just facing in front of the room. So Meraki is this personal, creative touch that makes every action performed special and unique. And this is really not about being perfect, because we all too often try to be a little too perfect. It's really just about bringing your all to everything that you do, putting your best foot forward, and coming to everything with your highest and best self. And when we try to do the best, the very best just gets better. So I'll let you bring your thumbs to your forehead and leave you with a quote from Rumi. When you do things from your soul, you feel a river of joy moving in you. And then to your heart, may palms be joined around the world in kindness, joy, peace, and giving. And may all beings everywhere have love and be free. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Namaste. I hope you all have a lovely night and a fantastic weekend. And stay safe and dry. Thank you.
Thank you.